So I used a flip phone for a week because I feel like it was quietly just controlling my life. But what surprised me wasn't actually the flip phone. It was what happened when I had nothing to reach for. I wasn't trying to be extreme or anti-technology. I just realised I reached for my phone whenever I felt bored, uncomfortable, or unsure what to do next. I felt like I was getting distracted easily, avoid doing tasks that I needed to do, and I didn't feel as present as I should really. So for a week I used a flip phone, and it was a pink flip phone that I bought off eBay. So I couldn't use my iPhone, just literally used the flip phone, which is only used for text and calls. So for the week I went to Wales, so I had a bit more distraction, and I just challenged myself not to use my phone for work then, or for anything really. The biggest challenges that was going through my head was not being able to use maps, because in a new place I always use Google Maps when I drive. And then secondly, what to do when I was bored and just sat with my thoughts. Let's see how the week went. For the first day it just felt weird. I don't think I even used the flip phone. I just didn't need to use it. We went out, it was nice and sunny, a lot of distractions when I don't need to use my phone. I kept getting this weird like buzz in my pocket. There's a phrase for it, I don't know what it's called. I'll put it on screen now. I literally left my iPhone at home, and it wasn't my flip phone because my flip phone was in my bag. While we were out, when we just sat still or just relaxing, just sat with my own thoughts. What should I think about, or what should I do, because I don't have my phone to distract me. Yeah, the first day was a bit of a struggle in the sense of finding the place where we're going, and secondly just kept checking my pockets when I was bored out of habit, and I felt like I was getting notifications. Day 2 was pretty similar. Again, phantom buzzing, phantom notifications, whatever it's called. But it started to get a little bit easier because in between moments I was just trying to get used to not looking at my phone. Enjoyed the day better. We went to some places which was very hard to find in the car. The seals here. I think the one thing I missed so far was Google Maps. I didn't miss my phone as much because I was way more present on what I was doing rather than, I was sitting at home just looking at my phone. By the third day, midweek, I was starting to enjoy just being present. It was a weird feeling. I kind of like stopped fighting boredness or in between like situations, and I was just present and in my own thoughts, which was kind of weird, but it was nice at the same time. For example, I would walk with earphones in, or look at my phone whilst walking, or just sitting on my phone while I'm having a coffee or a drink. I just was present. I didn't look at my phone in between stuff. I wasn't looking at my phone, reaching for my phone.
No, what, I stood on a rock and look what is in my shoe.
Damn.
I could have went through my foot.
How did you stand on it for it to do that?
I don't know, I was singing Come On Let It Go.
I did start using the flip phone because I had to call my mum, and that was such a weird experience.
Hello.
But yeah, day 3, noticed my surroundings more, got used to nature, appreciated being present more. By day 4, I wasn't being terrible with the Google Maps on my car because we were driving to like these nice places and going on nice walks. I had to use the signs, which I can't believe how people used to do this before Google Maps. There's no like impulse to get my phone on that day. I did play a game on a flip phone for one of the days. It's weird to play those pixelated games compared to like what you get now on like PS5s and stuff. Even after a full day of kind of distracting myself from walks and going to places, I found it obviously most hard in the evenings. It was harder on the first earlier days, but we just watched films. If my girlfriend was on the phone in between like adverts on programs, I would just obviously try and talk to my girlfriend, but if she was on the phone messaging family or calling family, I was just sat there in my thoughts, I guess. It was nice. I guess that was the most difficult, like after the day out in the evenings where we were just chilling. By day 5, exactly the same, but even better. There was no phantom buzzing or whatever it's called. I hardly used my flip phone. I only used it to call my mum, just, little check-in, played a few games. I sent a couple texts to see how that was. Horrible texting with the flip phone. Really nice trip overall. I've been to Wales before and obviously used my phone. I felt way more present. Enjoyed myself a lot more not having my phone on this trip because we go quite often. Because I felt more present. Don't have like a TikTok brain for consuming a load of short form stuff for boredom. I just got more practical and honest to do things with my time rather than distract. I think the biggest takeaway is smartphones aren't bad. It's how you use it. It's that I mostly use it to avoid still moments where I'm doing nothing or bored. That's the biggest problem where I'm using it. I realised boredom isn't really the enemy here. It's what you can do with that boredom rather than just a quick fix of your phone. Not sucked into who's posted what news is now. Yeah, I just wasn't sucked into social media. So when I got to my phone finally, I was just more conscious and aware of why I was being picking my phone up in certain situations kind of really helped doing this challenge. I'm not saying everyone should try and do this flip phone challenge or should switch to a flip phone, but I do think most of us could benefit not using our phones in certain situations, because at the end of the day, not everything revolves around what's happening on your phone. It's important to be present. If you made it this far, I highly appreciate you sticking around. YouTube has always been my dream, and if you want to support the journey, follow along. Thank you for watching this.